Smell it. Hi, my name is Shaniqua Wingate, and this is Leroy Jenkins. We'll be conducting a life story interview today. This is the sole purpose of my project for my class. Everything is completely confidential, just to let you know.
All right.
This is only for my eyes and my instructors.
Okay.
And if any question fit is uncomfortable or you're, you know, we can always, skip it. But I'm trying not to get that deep into, things. Okay. Um, Mr. Jenkins. Um, how old are you?
30. I've been 30 for 2 months now.
When is your birthday?
September 21st, 1990.
Okay, okay. Um, if you were writing a story about your life, how would you divide it into chapters?
Well, I'll divide it into 3 chapters. Wouldn't it wouldn't be that long because to be honest with you, I haven't lived that long yet. I still got a long way to go.
Oh, okay. Give me a idea of like what each chapter would be, since it's not that long.
My first chapter uh will be about my early life. Um, a lot of the stuff I could remember, like I'll say from like elementary school to like middle school. Then my second chapter would be my transition from middle school to high school. Because from middle school to high school, I learned a lot,
Okay.
a whole lot, and I went through a whole lot. And my third chapter would be basically summing up all the trials and tribulations I went through to become the man that I am right now.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, with that being said, what do you think are some turning points you have been through in your life?
Can you elaborate a little further? Like,
Like something like an event in your life that happened where you just felt like that was like a life changing moment.
oh, with my best friend. When my best friend got murdered in front of me,
Wow.
July, July 16, 2011. That was that was one of the most devastating days of my life.
Would you say that's the most difficult thing that ever happened in your life? That happened to you in your life?
Yes,
That
yeah.
and how did that event change you, like as a person?
It it made me more self-aware. It made me realize that a lot of stuff that I thought deserved a reaction or was cool, it really wasn't. It I feel like that was a turning point in my life to where I had to change a lot of my ways and become a man.
So it matured you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Um, Around what age were you?
When that happened, I was 18.
Okay.
I was
Let's see.
18.
Do you feel like around that age in that event you were engaging in some type of like, should I say, like risky behaviors?
When the situation happened.
Well, not specifically. I'm just saying, like, you said that made you more self-aware and it matured you and things like that. So do
Right.
you feel like you were engaging in risky behaviors like before then, like before that?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
And okay, so what do you feel like, if anything, what would you have done differently now that you look back on like your past
Uh-huh.
and now? What do you feel like if there's anything, do you feel like
If
you
anything,
could have done different?
I would have went to college. I actually talked to a recruiter, and I actually talked to a few recruiters, but I had a chance to go to Morehouse, and I didn't take that chance because the way I was living, and I didn't have the guidance that I felt like I needed. So I made a life to me. I made a life changing decision, not knowing how how bad it affected me.
Okay. Well, like, around that age, people go through things like, especially like in that age frame of like emerging into adulthood.
Right.
Like we go through like those what you call it, risky behaviors and them things. Not being self aware of the things that we doing and stuff like that,
Right.
and not going to college. That's all a part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those you basically was trying to you know find yourself.
Right. Right.
Shall I say?
Mm-hmm.
You're seeking your own identity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very common
Right.
for any and everybody
Mm-hmm.
at that around the age, and even still, like growing up through life, you still seek that identity achievement throughout your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just when you're younger, even when you're older. I guess that's where they get the little term midlife crisis
The midlife
and
crisis.
stuff
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Right.
So we all go because events change our life. So
Right.
you gotta, I guess you trying to find a way through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
But I really feel like if I could change anything, I would have went back and I would have went to Morehouse.
you would
Yeah, I went. I want. It wouldn't. I would have second guessed it at all.
okay, so let's see. Okay, looking back on your life, what do you feel has stayed the same throughout your life, and what has changed about you?
About me.
Yeah.
Hmm. I've always been I've always been big on loyalty. So I feel like I've always been loyal. that never changed. And what has changed? What's changed? What's changed? I feel like I'm maturing more. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I used to do, I don't I don't view it the same. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, like I don't a lot of stuff I used to indulge in, it doesn't excite me
Yeah.
anymore. You know, so I feel like I'm matured in a lot of ways.
And you know that's natural, believe it or not. Whether we want to or not, we go through a like you mentally mature regardless.
Right, right, right.
So, you know, that's all a part of that frontal lobe development. You know, they say they don't fully develop until you like 25.
Right.
So, if you childish up until 25, that's your excuse.
That's it. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So, you know, that goes along with it. That has a lot to do with it. So of course, you matured and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I have a question. All right. This is a good question for you too. Do you think a person needs to first overcome a serious setback to be truly successful?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really do. Because I feel like if you don't, if you don't overcome the setback, you will get content in your ways, and then it hinder you from moving forward and taking the necessary steps you need to become the person that you need to be successful.
Okay. I like that. All right. Okay. Since you say um you don't indulge in the same things, you used to the same things don't excite you anymore.
Right.
What kind of things bring you the most pleasure now?
My family,
Your family?
my wife, my kids.
Okay. All right. So your wife, your children. So how did you meet your spouse?
Met her in when well, I actually first seen her. First seen her when I was like 11. It was like a Saturday school type thing. Like, yeah. But really never thought I'd never see her again. And then, of course, you know, God works in mysterious ways. What he got for you is for you. Can't nobody take it from you. So, ended up going to Glen Hills Middle School. Seen her again. At first she didn't. At first she didn't like me. Didn't like me at all. I thought she was supposed to be my girlfriend, but hey, she wasn't. But when she did, then I finally got the courage to really ask her out, and it went the way I anticipated it, and we've been together ever since.
Okay. So y'all met in middle school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Middle school sweethearts. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Very long time. very, very, very long time.
What makes your spouse special or unique?
Hmm, it's a good question to me because to me, to me, she's very loving, understanding, compassionate, and she just a overall great person. I mean, I can I can talk to you for hours and hours and hours about her, but like she's definitely a great person. Like, yeah, she's a great person.
Oh, that's dope. And when did you get married?
Got married in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, 2016.
How has being married changed you?
Made me, yeah, I feel like it made me more responsible. It made me, it made me look at life different because I'm not living for myself anymore. I'm living for my wife and my kids. It's not about me anymore.
Okay.
I feel like she, I feel like she made me a better person.
It made you prioritize more things more.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Wow. You said you had kids. How many kids do you have?
6.
Oh wow.
6.
You wouldn't think you had 6 kids.
4 girls, 2 boys.
You raising a lot of women.
Right. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. How do you feel about raising children?
I mean, with me being so young, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say it's difficult, but it's it's trying at times because I don't have all the answers. I don't know. I don't know how to. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how to parent because I'm I'm young. And, times is different from when me and you was younger. Like we can't implement the same rules that our parents did, and we can't do certain stuff or say certain stuff that they used to say and do. So I feel like it. I feel like it's it's not hard, but it's not easy.
You got the right and
Right?
in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah, yeah. But for the most part, I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, I love my kids to death. So, I mean, I feel like they make me better. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Do you feel like what kind of parent do you feel like you? What type of parenting style are you like? Strict, what I say goes. I'm law, or are you like more so that give or take like that?
I feel like I'm
You
the, I feel like I'm the, I feel like I'm the laid back one. If that's, I feel like I'm strict, but I feel like I try to be their friend too much. So it's certain boundaries that they might cross or certain lines that they might cross, and I'll feel like it's not that serious.
mm-hmm.
But my wife will be like, no, it can't be like this. No, that's serious. This situation, you gotta take it serious. I feel like I try to be too friendly because I, since we being real, I didn't grow up with a father, so I, I don't really know how. I don't know how to really be a father. If you get what I'm saying, like I didn't have a strong male figure to look up to and go to, and have. I didn't have a man to instill that important things in me that I needed to be a father.
Okay.
So I feel like, for the most part, I feel like my parenting style is more laid back because I don't want my kids to feel like that they have to hide anything from me, that they have to lie to me. I just feel like I want my kids to be able to come to me about any situation,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what the case is, from my boys to my girls. So I try to be more. I try to be lenient, but I know with me being lenient at the same time that it it makes them think that they can get away with a lot more because they know dad isn't going to say something about this situation. He gonna let this situation slide. So I feel like, yeah, my parenting style is just like, it's just more laid back.
Okay.
I don't try to be too strict. I don't, because I don't want my kids to be scared of me. You know, I don't know. I don't think no parent want their kids to be scared of me. So yeah, I just feel like my approach with my kids is just more laid back.
Okay. Okay. So, you feel like you're more of a um
I feel like I'm a more, go
a
ahead.
permissive parent.
Yeah, but I'm big on, I'm big on respect. I'm big on respect and manners and morals.
Okay. So it's like four different styles of parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Like people get categorized in.
Right.
Okay. There is the neglectful, where they just, you know, don't care. I say that's the if them kids stage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how I try to remember it. Um, the permissive, that's the phase where you let your kids have their way.
Mm-hmm.
And then the authoritative is, well, you're more of, you're open. You have an open mind with them. Like you're like, okay, look, you got these rules, but you know, we can work around some stuff. We're open. Stuff is open for discussion.
Right.
Yeah. They give and take relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
And authoritative. No, what is it? Authoritating. Am I saying it right? Authoritative, and authoritarian. That's that strict. What I say goes. I'm a law type of parent.
I think I'm more of the between the second and third one. The
So you feel like you're a mix between the authoritative and the permissive.
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And it's good. I feel like it's good to have a blend, because I know I personally have a blend.
Right.
So, and then with each child, you can't parent each child the same.
They're the same. Every child different. Every
Yeah.
personality
So
different. Yeah.
some kids you can be, the neglectful type too. Because, they may be just that mature and more advanced for their age, where you just ain't got to worry about them. And then, I mean,
I feel like
some kids are like that.
No, every kid he got it.
I'm not saying you're right, but I mean, there are some. I'm not saying it's like a whole bunch of them, but there are some that you might just, they got it.
And what age group is you? I mean, okay, now when you say that, what age group are you referring to? Like, you could be neglectful, and you be like, you got it.
I mean, like some, because like some kids grow up early.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you could be that parent with them. Like I want to say 10 and up, and you know you could be like they get up, do whatever they got to do. They know what they supposed to do and how to handle it. There's some children out there like that.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I say with that. I'm not saying like you totally neglectful. You just you know, but and there is that one child in your household that you might have to be the authoritator on. Like you got to be strict regardless. I mean, they have to have that, them those type of rules and guidelines in order for them to, function.
Right.
And then there's some, every household is different. Every child is
course,
different.
of course.
And then some people are more like, well, you can be the permissive one, and I'll be the authoritative.
Mm-hmm.
So they still have that balance in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I, look at it. But it's just how I see it. It's just my opinion.
I mean, I feel like that's a good balance, like, cause I feel like both parents shouldn't have the same parenting style.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like somewhere in there is gonna clash. Because like say both of the parents the neglectful type. Your kids are gonna just naturally feel like you don't care about them.
Yeah.
And you don't want your child to feel that way.
Yeah. That's true. That is so true. Okay. Well, let's talk about these children again. How do you feel like your children are like you?
I gotta I mean, I'm a very intelligent and smart individual, and I feel like all my kids take that trait from me. But I'm gonna say it's two in particular that has that attitude that I have, that temper that I have, and to be honest, I don't like it, but I know they honestly get it from me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not gonna be a situation where I can try to change it overnight, So I feel like this one, like I don't want to, and this one to go back. I feel like I be being too
Lenient.
nice. Yeah, I be being too lenient sometimes because I know that my child has an attitude problem or a temper problem, but it's like, well, dad has one too, so I can't get on to you and chastise you when I'm still trying to battle the man that I used to be and the man I'm trying to become. I'm not. I don't like having a bad attitude or a bad temper. And I definitely don't want to rub. I definitely don't want that to rub off on my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I know that it is. So I try to take like certain measures and certain precautions because I know for a fact that
attitude is in them. Things like that is hereditary.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Like, and then, but still, you can still control them and alter it, because that they may have this attitude problem or whatever, a bad temper.
Mm-hmm.
There's measures and things you can do to prevent it from, for that gene to be exposed. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Like, yeah. Because, I mean, we all predisposed with a whole lot of, baggage and bad habits.
Right.
So, in this something has to trigger it in order for it to come full force.
Mm-hmm.
And there are things that you can, do to prevent it from,
Right. And I feel like I'm trying to break the cycle, because it got to start with me.
True.
Like, if they see me trying to change, or see me trying to become better in that aspect of life, I feel like they're gonna try to do the same.
Okay. Okay. What's the best thing about being a parent?
Best thing about being a parent. The best thing about being a parent is interacting with my kids. That's the best part, because I sit down and have certain conversations with my kids, and for them to be the age that they are, they're highly intelligent. Like, you wouldn't think that they'll know certain stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that mean the world to me, because I be like, well, dang, my kid is really like, yeah, the kid is really smart. The kid is really intelligent, and like, just me being able to put a smile on their face and wake up to them every day, and do certain stuff with them and stuff like that. That makes me complete. Seeing them happy makes me complete.
Wow. Okay. All right. We're gonna end this with this one. Let's see.
I see you got a lot of questions on your cue cards. You get you
Yeah.
get your own talk show or something.
Okay. I don't know about a talk show, but Okay. Well, if you can write a message to each one of your children for 20 years from now, for them to see 20 years from now, what would you say?
I tell them the only thing that you promised when you're born is that you're gonna die one day. Everything else in between, you have to write your own story. Don't get discouraged. Life has all type of speed bumps and curves. You're gonna go through trials and tribulations. Never give up. Always stay focused, and always, always, always put God first. And family is the most important part of your life. Don't never turn your back on family. Don't never give up on family, because at the end of the day, family is all you got. If anything was to ever happen, you can always depend on your brother or your sister. And I want them to know that me and their mom love them to death. I know that I made a lot of mistakes. I know I made a lot of mistakes. I know that growing up, things were rough, things were hard. But look at my situation and try to better y'all's situation. Don't try to walk in my footsteps. Build your own legacy. And to my boys, one girl. Not two, not three, not four, but one. And to my girls, no boys. That's 20 years from now. No boys.
Okay.
No boys. None whatsoever. No boys. No boys. But but all jokes aside, I never give up. Never give up. Tomorrow's never promised. Never give up. Life is meant to be hard. If it's anything that's just given to you, is not appreciated as much as if you have to work for it. And I always know if I ever see this one day, Daddy love you all.
All right, Mr. Jenkins. I really appreciate you giving me your time to conduct my life story series of questions.
No problem. No problem.
I really appreciate it. And
Next time if we need a segment too, hey, I'll be back on the couch again.
all right. Well, that's the end of our life story essay questions. Thanks.